So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go. Check 53. I got you.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man, it's Kendrick Bourne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Here's Coleman, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's Coleman here, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Gold is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by a field goal, 57 seconds to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, this is caught by Williams. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports. The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for Jimmy G. In February of 2018, they made him the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. And now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana and Steve Young as 49er quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl title.
Here we go, here we go. Baby! You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Coleman. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, Mike. Let's go one more.
On first down, Coleman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Mike, number 53! Mike, 53! It's been a long day for you.
On second and 7, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Garoppolo. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu's instincts as a defensive back, I believe, are second to none. And that allows him to play all over the secondary. He can line up as an outside corner, inside in the slot, and that's difficult to do because you get so much traffic in there. And then, of course, they can also move him back as a safety. Anywhere you put him, though, you know he's going to end up around the football.
2nd and goal from the 1. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. They, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year, and Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his 3rd NFL season. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on fourth down, Dustin Colquitt to punt for KC. Waiting on it will be Richie James. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Kansas City getting the football back here. This is a team ranked 6th overall in the NFL in offense. They were 5th in passing, but just 23rd in rushing. And we talked about Mahomes earlier, but how much do you think they need to run the ball to be effective in the Super Bowl?
Just enough to keep San Francisco's attention. Get those sprinter stances out of those defensive ends and defensive tackles on every snap. And they'll do it with Damian Williams, their running back, but they also will include their wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, he'll do jet sweeps and maybe some option pitches. Don't forget McCole Hardman, he'll run the ball as well. And Travis Kelce, a lot of times it won't be a running play, it'll be a pass in the statistics. There'll be that little shovel pass behind the line of scrimmage. Do those things, keep San Francisco's attention, and then at the end of the day, you rely on number 15 throwing the football downfield. Boy, you go 3-and-out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. It doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. 180. Check 53.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.